up, I know I can't be the only one still wondering what really happened to the 90s R&B group Shades. I mean, how did four educated, beautiful black women with vocals smoother than shea butter go from major label backing to poof, gone like your ex when rent is due? And even more puzzling, how did this talented group find themselves in hot fire with LL Cool J himself? Before becoming the group Shades we know of today, Danielle Andrews, Tiffany Cardwell, Monique Peoples, and Shannon Walker were just four random college women. But here's the crazy thing. The girl who brought the girls together wasn't even interested in being in a group. She was just looking to put a group together.
Tiffany and I went to college in Boston. We went to Northeastern University, and we met Monique and Danielle through a friend who was trying to put a group together. So that was 4 years ago.
She connects Tiffany and Shannon, who already knew each other, to Monique, who finally brought Danielle in. And when the four came together, let's just say it wasn't just their harmonies that clicked. They came up with the name Shades, which basically tells their story. It represented their diversity as four beautiful women, each serving a different shade of melanin, different personalities, different energies. But when they came together, magic. But guess who nearly blocked the blessing? Monique. Yep. She later admitted she didn't take the whole thing seriously in the beginning. She was side-eyeing the whole situation like, oh, I guess I'll meet them. Meanwhile, the rest of the group was about to become low-key iconic. Thank God she showed up anyway, because can you imagine Shades without Monique? Now, unlike what most people think, Shades didn't actually start from Motown. Their first record label, the Atlantic Record itself. Now, at first, it looked like a fairy tale, a major label in the 90s. Baby, that was like getting invited to sit at the cool kids table in the music industry cafeteria. But it didn't take long for things to turn sour. Shades quickly realized they were expected to just show up and sing. That's it. No creative control, no input on song choices, and definitely no say in production. And to make it worse, the music they were being pushed to record sounded nothing like what they stood for.
No. They were all, this is a hot record. This is a hot record. You guys seen it, but it was never something that we loved to sing about or songs that we fell in love with. It was just like we're excited to be here and have this experience.
Instead of the 90s girl group vibe, Atlantic got our girls out here in business suits, bursting sophisticated classics like Aretha Franklin. And the final straw, when they tried to add a grown-ass woman that was literally twice their age to the group.
They threw some girl at us who was older than us and sang down like church. And we were like,
listen.
She did not fit at all.
The girls hit the collective and walked. They dipped from Atlantic and started looking for a label that would let them be the artists they knew they were. And when the talent is real, you just know they couldn't stay hidden for long. By the summer of that month, Shade struck a deal with Motown Records. And this time, it felt different. Motown gave Shades what they'd been dying for, creative control. The girls finally got to write their own songs, sing in their own voices, and create music that actually felt like them. But whoo, child, don't get too comfortable. Just when it looked like the glow-up was permanent, here comes more drama. Because what's the 90s girl group story without music industry mess? Now let me tell you how the drama really started. So, the year is 1997, the girls finally settled in some Motown, and they dropped their debut album. It had joints like Serenade, I Believe, and their big one, Tell Me. Now you remember Tell Me, right? That was the song. Everybody was vibing to that smooth groove, talking about what kind of car do you drive and how much money do you make. Baby, that was the anthem for every girl who was tired of broke dudes with sweet talk and no follow-through. But woo, let me tell you, behind that cute little bop was a whole mess. See, Shades had pulled the sample from the Spinners for Tell Me, and they thought they were about to eat. But child, just when they were about to serve it hot, guess who came sniffing around that same sample like he smelt money cooking? Yep, LL Cool J. And to make it extra messy, instead of saying, "Hey girls, y'all got something cute here, let's work together," LL said, "No ma'am," and slid right in to snatch that same sample for himself.
It was that
when you hear somebody do a sample and you're like, wait a minute, that's hot, I'm gonna go hurry up and do it and put it out.
So when they dropped their version of the song, guess who got all the love? Not Shades. Nope. Instead, folks started looking at Shades like, who are these girls stealing from LL? The audacity. What they didn't realize was that Shades had the sample first. But in this game, it ain't about who did it first. It's about who did it bigger. And unfortunately, LL and Total came with the promo trucks, while Shades was still in a Honda Civic. Now imagine being a fresh-faced R&B girl group trying to make your mark, and the minute your first hit drops, folks are already labeling you as thieves? Yeah, talk about a huge career derailment. And to make matters messier, Tell Me started catching side-eye from folks who swore it was giving gold digger energy, talking about how much money do you make, like the girls were just out here chasing checks. But hold up, because the girls were like, pump the brakes. We ain't digging for no gold. We out here teaching women to know their worth. Like, sir, if you trying to date me and you can't even keep the lights on, what are we doing? This ain't charity. So after that whole sample stealing scandal with LL Cool J and Total, what happened to Shades? Baby, they just vanished. Now, yes, Motown gave them creative control, but let me tell you something. Creative control doesn't mean nothing if the label ain't got your back. These girls had to fight to be heard, to speak their truth, and to stand 10 toes down in an industry that will chew you up and spit out your baby hairs if you so much as breathe wrong. And being women? Oh, please. They had to be twice as sweet and 10 times as smart just to not get labeled difficult. So what did they do when they peeped that Motown wasn't really writing for them like that? They dipped again. But don't get it twisted. These guys were not done yet. Nope. They dusted themselves off and signed a whole new deal, this time with Universal. They were back in the studio, ready to come back swinging. But guess what? That second album never saw the light of day. I mean, imagine doing all that work, pouring your heart and soul into the music, only for it to be shelved like leftovers nobody asked for. And after giving the music thing their all for 2 more years, but it seems to be fighting a machine that doesn't see your value, what do? You walk away, of course. They said, we got mouths to feed and dreams to chase elsewhere, and kept it pushing.
We had been apart for years. For a minute, everybody kind of started doing their own thing and having children and running businesses. And when we came together 3 years ago.
So fast forward to 2019, and baby, after 2 decades of straight up ghosting, who pops back up on the scene like a long-lost cousin at the family reunion? Shades! They dropped a brand new independent single called This Ain't Love, and this time, ain't no label breathing down their necks. It was just 3 grown women doing music on their own terms.
For you all this time.
Wait, did I say 3? Yup. The math ain't mathin' on the original 4, cause Shannon said deuces and went off to live her best rich wife life. And Chili, who she married? None other than NBA baller Ray Allen himself.
I married a feminist, and he is willing to put in the work and roll up those sleeves and bust some suds.
Now let's talk about coins, cause I know you were wondering what their pockets look like these days. Well, Shannon Walker Williams is sitting on the net worth somewhere between $1 to $2 million. And that's not just from singing. She dipped into entertainment ventures, acting, and being Mrs. Allen definitely comes with perks, okay? As for the other ladies, crickets. Ain't much public info out there, and if we keep it real, it's probably giving modest at best. I mean, they didn't tour the world, didn't drop more albums, and that one hit only stretches so far. So let's just say they're rich in memories and vibes. So what will the Shades be remembered for? Let's be real. 2 words, tell me. I don't care what nobody says, that song is still a bop. It had us out here asking questions like we were about to run somebody's credit score before a date. And even though the industry tried to play them like some knockoff Destiny's Child, true R&B lovers know the deal. Shades didn't fail because of a lack of talent. They were failed by a messy industry, bad timing, and shady politics. But that one hit, iconic. And they'll always be remembered as 4 college girls who tried to do it right and almost did until a machine chewed them up.